достар, менің YouTube каналыма қош келдіңіздер. Всем привет, дорогие друзья! Добро пожаловать на мой YouTube канал. Hi everyone, welcome to my YouTube channel. Hola a todos, bienvenido a mi canal en YouTube. Hi everyone, and it's Naz, a language coach with you, and today we're gonna talk about how to improve Spanish. No Spanish. Estoy aprendiendo español, pero no ahora, не сейчас. Қазір емес. Let's talk in English, of course, in English, and keep watching because I will give you the most important information how to work with the verb to have today. Stay with me. Well, before we move to the main part of our conversation with you as well, I have a story I'd like to share with you. I received a message the other day from one of my students asking me to teach English, to teach how to read, how to pronounce, how to think in English, to teach him how to read properly in English. And you know what? My dear students, my dear friends, I'm not that person who can teach you English. I'm not a teacher. I cannot teach you English. Do you know who can teach you? Nobody and full stop. Nobody can teach you English. Nobody. Please keep this information in your mind. Nobody can teach you English. Just understand this main thing. This main thing in learning any kind of languages. Only you can learn English or any other language. Only you can learn English. I am a language coach. And I help to my coachees to find their intrinsic motivation, inner motivation to learn English. I help them to fall in love with English. I help them to find the best way, the best method, to find the fun way to learn language. I help them to stick with language, and I help them to set the smartest goal, and I help them to reach this goal or objective at the end of the month. I am a language coach. Welcome to my channel. Let's get started. Okay, so the main topic of today's conversation is about the verb to have. You know that the verb to have has different meanings and uses differently, especially when we would like to give the questions with have. For example, most of my students they get confused when they use the question form of do you have or have you. Do you have or have you? When can we start the sentence with have you and when do you have? Let me unconfuse you at this point. And then, now, I will tell you a story about a friend of mine. Her name is Lisa and she lives in Moscow. She's a Russian girl. She comes from Russia. One day we were talking about some things between girls, you know, and I was asking a question. Look, Lisa, what kind of questions do you give to the guys when you get acquainted with them? What are you asking for? And she said, oh, good question. And why are you interested in? It was just interesting for me. Okay, so then she said, my first question about this one. Do you have an apartment? Do you have an apartment? Do you have some money? Do you have a girlfriend? And then she told me a story when she got acquainted with a guy. He is also comes from Russia. His name was Volodya. And she said that the first question that she gave to Volodya was about, do you have some money to buy me a flower or an ice cream? Do you have some money? Do you have an apartment? Do you have an apartment? Do you have a bank account? Do you have a bank account? And she asked, yes, she asked those questions. And his answer was, yes, I have a bank account. Yes, I have some money to buy flowers, or a flower, or an ice cream for you. I have an apartment. Yes, and I have my job, he also added. And Lisa, together with Volodya, they went to some of the restaurants nearby, and they had dinner together. Lisa told me that while they were having dinner together, she asked Volodya to tell about his life experience. For example, she gave a question. Have you ever been to London? And Volodya said, yes, oh yes, I have been to London for 3 times. I have been to London for 3 times. It was really amazing. And then Lisa told something about herself, and she said that this is the most strangest thing that I do when I have shower. When I have shower, I love listening to music, and I love singing songs very loudly. Yes. It's really interesting, isn't it? Then Lisa also told me some secrets of reformulating the same questions by giving them a little bit different way, on a different way. For example, instead of asking, do you have some money? She said that we can also ask, have you got some money? Have you got some money? Have you got an apartment? Have you got a bank account? And Lisa also told me that she gets acquainted with different guys, and when she meets with other guy, she asks the question like, do you have some money? And when she meets with another guy, she asked the question, have you got some money to buy me flowers? That's amazing, isn't it? So this is the whole story, how not to get confused when you use these structures. Kind of, do you have or have you? And please remember that we use the verb to have within the structures, like to have shower, to have breakfast, to have lunch, or in a continuous we can say I'm having shower, I'm having dinner, I'm having lunch. It's really easy. I hope you enjoyed, and I hope that you understood how to use those forms of questions in a correct way. Thank you very much for your attention. Love English, and please learn English, because you are that person who can learn, but nobody can teach you English. Bye bye. See you next time.